All right, so here we are in the van. I just wanted to show you my idea why I was doing this. What I was hoping to do with the window coverings is I wanted them to sit back inside the window. I didn't want anything like on the top kind of coming out and draping down. I wanted it to sit back flush in the window. So the idea was to put some Velcro right along this black strip or even up here to attach it there so that the windows would sit back in kind of the window well and give me more room. That way, you'll see here my bed. I can stretch. I'm 5'9", about 5'9", 5'10", and I can stretch fully between the windows. And so what I wanted to do is give myself as much room, not have anything kind of like hanging down from the side and like, you know, coming straight down into my face or anything like that. So by putting it back up in the window, it sits a little bit better. So that was the idea behind that. Another thing, originally I was thinking about magnets to attach it. Went with Velcro just because I may still switch to magnets. I don't know. I like the idea of it kind of just popping into place with a magnet. But the Velcro I can sew into the fabric, and so it stays a little bit better, where a magnet I'd have to like super glue onto the fabric, as well as to the frame here. One thing I do like about the Velcro, let's shut this door where we already have it up. Let's see if you can kind of see. There it is. So the Velcro, because it's black, really kind of blends into the window. You don't really see it. So when these are off, you know, it's not as tacky looking for me. Yeah, I like it clean, clean look, and I like it. So if I were to take all the window coverings off, which I have now, you just wouldn't notice anything. All right, we are back in the van. It is, I wanted to show you the finished product in terms of just the window coverings. So we'll kind of scroll around here. We're just using the van light, or I'm just using the van light. I'm the only one in here. So it's a little dark. It's about sunset right now. So you can see there's really not a whole light coming in. That's the outside, so it's still pretty light out. Still pretty light out. This blocks it completely. Like no light will get in. It's awesome. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm going to show you how I actually made these. I didn't take a video as we were doing it, but I'm going to show you the steps in the process and talk through some of the things that I learned. I'll probably post a video in a couple months, you know, after I've used them for a while, and talk about anything that I did learn while using them. So yeah, stay tuned. All right, I wanted to walk you through the process that I did to create those window coverings. The first thing you have to do is you have to, well, the first thing I did was create insulation. All right, so I used this like foam kind of air bubble insulation. I just got at Home Depot, fairly cheap. I think it was like 20 bucks, something like that. And I wanted those to be the same as the shape of the window, so that I could have insulation as I put up the window covering, as I Velcro the window covering into the window well. So the first thing you have to do is trace it. The easiest, I guess the thing that I did that seemed the easiest was created just a cardboard cutout for the majority of it. So you can kind of see the bulk of the cardboard, and then I added just pieces of paper kind of to the end that I could then like trace a line around. As I stuffed it into the window well, then I could kind of trace the line and then cut it out. Stick this in there again, make sure that it fits well, throw this on top of the insulation, trace that, cut it out, you get the idea. Okay, so that's the first part. Then what I did is had two types of fabric. I had a black fabric that I want towards the window. My windows are tinted, and I wanted that to just look blacked out. But I didn't want any sort of shine. I noticed when I had just the insulation in there, when light came in, it would reflect back, and you could actually see the reflection. So I wanted to make sure to go with a dark fabric to make sure that you don't see anything in the window. It just looks like it's tinted really dark. So I went with a black fabric on that outside part. So I laid down the insulation on the black fabric, you know, gave myself 4 inches or so on the sides to make sure that I had enough room as I cut that out. And then I added a backing. It's I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's kind of this stiff fabric that you can iron into the fabric, and you can kind of see if you can see it. You can kind of see the lines here, right here, where the backing is. Hopefully you can see that. And so I just kind of outlined the window shape in that backing to give it a little bit of rigidity. And I ironed that into the black fabric first. Trace it out, cut it, cut little pieces to frame it, and then I ironed that into the fabric. So then I have my fabric and my insulation. I'm sorry I can't show you this, but I thought about it too late. We were busy making the windows. We use spray glue, just some 3M spray glue. Again, you can get it at Home Depot. Spray both sides, spray the fabric, spray the insulation. It helps if you have two people to help you. I did. And then we, stuck those together. And so then we had the black fabric, and then we had our patterned fabric that we were putting on the other side. Same thing, we spray the back of this fabric, we sprayed the insulation piece. Two people, stretched it out, made sure it was tight, and then pressed it down and glued it. And so then we had the two pieces of fabric with excess, around. And we would cut that to the shape of the window, leaving about, it was about probably 1.5 inches on the bigger windows. And on these rear windows, it's only about, a finger width, as you can see. So about 1/2 inch or so. And that seemed to fit perfect in those window wells, and it basically seals up the window wells. Some things I learned from doing that: use plenty of glue so that it doesn't come off. You don't get bubbles later. It's great to have two people to pull that fabric tight and lay it and kind of roll it into the insulation, so you don't get any wrinkles. And then after we did that and cut it out, checked the size, then we added this kind of finishing touches here. And I'll show you a little bit more of that process, but just sewing in this backing. It's single fold. I think it's 3/4 inch wide, so we could put it on the front and the back. And then after we did that, we sized it up, put the Velcro spots on, and then sewed those in to the window well. That's it. If you have any questions, throw them in the comment section. I will gladly answer them. Happy to help out anybody that's doing this project, and lend ideas and lend my experience. So good luck.